So I'm going, so today's February 20th, and I'm going to expose this Montauk.net guy, okay? While he's mentioning a lot of stuff that is correct, this is his website. It's called Montauk.net/alien 288 occult mimicry of alien contact. So I am right here, occult mimicry of alien contact, okay? And this guy wants to draw a line between aliens and jinn, demons, these negative entities, okay? When in reality, there is no line. There are no aliens, okay? All these are jinn and demons, and that is what Pastor Billy Cron said, that they are having, these military people are having 300 witches in one military base. What are those witches doing in one military base? And how many more witches are there at other military bases, you would wonder, right? And obviously, entire Washington, D.C. is built on upside down broken pentagram, and inside the Washington, D.C., there are these pentagram portals, that is being used by Freemasons to invoke these energies, and then they have prostitutes come in to do sex with goats and sheep, goats and horses, something like that. It's like a ritual thing, because now they want to invoke the spirit of Osiris. That is the Washington Monument, which is the penis or whatever, the male organ of Osiris, whatever. So they now want to, and the Washington DC is the dome of Isis or the womb of Isis. So they have these sexual rituals going on when a president takes oath, and they want to invoke the energy of Osiris out of that testicle, which is the Washington Monument, and place that into the pharaoh or the president in today's age. And so then that Osiris energy will guide America, through president. Anyways, now this guy, literally, he says that so what are the occult entities? He calls as ghosts, demons, nags, phantoms, shadow people, low astral entities, or thought forms. So if the target is amenable to manipulate via an alien storyline, then that is what is used. These occult entities can just as easily take the guise of ascended masters, archangels, spirit guides, and departed human spirits. This is not to say the latter are all false, just that OEs can mimic them to varying degrees. So the concern is that some individuals claiming to have alien contact may instead be under the influence of one or more OEs feeding them the counterfeit experiences. Now, he wants to say that in this article, alien encompasses the entire cadre of intelligent, technologically sophisticated, extraterrestrial, interdimensional, and time-traveling humanoids who are foreign to our civilization, okay? But even if you watch their movie, Ant-Man, okay, that is what they're showing, that this guy, Ant-Man, okay, he goes to this underworld or the hell or whatever you want to call that thing. And then he shows a person is ruling that world. And to me, it's more like Lucifer that they are trying to show, because he's the fallen angel. And he has all these knowledge, because they always say, oh, Lucifer is our god, these Freemasons and Illuminati people. So he's full of knowledge. We have all the knowledge. They always say that. So when they try to summon these witches and, summon the demons and all that, and they say that even Almas Jacob has exposed these people that it's these jinn and demons and Lucifer, whoever, these very negative entities have been giving technologies to these Delta Force or military people at Area 51 and elsewhere in the military bases. So that is what, and even Aleister Crowley showed the picture of the alien, right? And he himself said, the demon had said, the Aleister Crowley summoned demon said that today they call us angels and demons, okay? But tomorrow they will just call us something else. So today we know that what they are calling, it's alien is the term. But this guy wants to draw a line between alien and these jinn and demons. No, there is no line. And then and how, like, why they always put black background and write in this white, because if you read this for like few minutes and then you look elsewhere, you will see all these like lines everywhere, and it will take some time to even adjust your eyes. And so I had to like copy paste here, and now I was reading all this. And here they're saying that OEs inhabit non-physical realms called by occultists the etheric and astral planes. The etheric plane is a boundary zone between the physical and metaphysical. It is a subtle energy medium that permeates, underlies, mirrors, and contains the physical universe. Not only does it contain etheric copies of physical objects anchored in space and time to those objects, but it also contains etheric entities and constructs that have no physical counterparts. The astral plane, on the other hand, is an anti-metaphysical plane of consciousness that, unlike the etheric plane, lacks direct correspondence to physical locations in our space-time. Okay. I just forgot to say something, that when the Ant-Man went in that hell and he meets this guy, the Lucifer, because they love to portray about Jesus Christ and Lucifer and all that in their movies, right? So the guy... So Ant-Man, the people living there says that you have no idea how much knowledge this guy has. The amount of knowledge he has, and he had built the entire empire, and they're showing all modern technologies and everything. So, and there is this lady who is from Earth. She goes into this quantum realm. They love to use quantum for everything, okay? For the interdimensional world, they love to use the word quantum. So even she says, so it's the same concept that the Lucifer, Jinn, and demons at Area 51 have given all these technologies, or Lucifer, whoever, they've given the technology to these very military people. And that is what we are seeing in our world. By how come we have so much advancement in last 100 years? It's coming from these very entities. But they have made a pact that I will give you all these technology, but you have to give me your soul in return. Now they're just giving me electric shock on the right side of my head. No, that's not correct. We haven't made any pact. Obviously you have. That is what you show in your movies everywhere. Even in your Grammy Awards, you were showing the hellfire, because you know that your soul is going to go in hell, because you've already made pact with these people, with these entities. So as living human beings, we have not only physical bodies, but also etheric and astral bodies. The latter two comprise the soul. The more sentient OEs inhabit the astral plane in their native, weakened, or dormant state. There they can affect us mentally and emotionally, because our astral body extends into the astral plane. More specifically, it is the parts of our astral body that vibrate at their level, that are amenable to their influence, which is why indulging in dark emotions, obsessions, and base passions increase one's vulnerabilities to their occult maneuvers. If an OE also acquires sufficient etheric energy, it can then condense for itself an etheric body and inhabit the etheric environment, meaning it then establishes a localized presence near the physical plane. At that point, a clairvoyant can sense its presence in a certain part of a room. And that is what I've been telling you. Like I talk to myself because actually I talk to these very people because they are reading my thoughts, right? They are reading my mind at every single point, and that is how they are able to give me all these twitches and electric shock and pulling eardrum and all these raving of the bike engines and ambulance sirens at particular time. That's what I'm saying, because they are reading my thoughts through remote neural monitoring and all that, whatever, witchcraft or whatever they are doing. So what I notice is when I look, I'm looking at the room, say I'm looking across the room, right? And I see, have you seen the movie Predator, and how you see that translucent thing moving around? Is the same thing I see. That that thing is moving. It's not in my eyes, it's outside, it's away. I see, in the farther in the room I see. So only sometimes I see that. So it's very well possible that these very entities are taking all these etheric energy, so much energy that they drain out from my own body, and then it condenses for itself as an etheric body and inhabit, and so I can kind of sense their presence in the room. And if it gathers even more energy, it may even begin affecting things physically, as seen in the poltergeist phenomena. But if the OE grows too weak, it loses its grip and it goes back into the astral plane. So, like I said, they have given cuts on the things in my house. They've even cut the corning where it's not possible to have like a round cut inside a cabin, the plate that I placed inside. Or they have even changed the packaged food, you know, the something that is supposed to be raw vegetable inside the package, sealed package, it just turned up to be cooked, and it's just not possible. Manufacturing plants cannot cook something and then package it just for me or just for that particular batch. They're not gonna do it. If they are placing raw vegetables inside a sealed package, so all this is witchcraft. Same thing, like I said, at the thing I was reading where it was said Washington prostitutes, and immediately the mosquito came. Then the moment I said about sexual slave programming by these people, that this only the montauk.net guy writes about, and immediately that moth showed up in my house. Okay, at that particular word, it immediately, I was seated right here in my office and it just showed up right here, you know, and then from here it started to like roam around the room. Then, so that is witchcraft. That is what I'm saying. And this has nothing to do with you know, the witchcraft has nothing to do with dark emotions, obsessions and base passions. No, because imagine so much darkness is filled. You look at their Grammy Awards, how much witchcraft they do, or how much they do animal sacrifice, they do human sacrifice, they eat flesh and human blood, and God knows what all blood they drink. They do all these torture techniques. They are filled with darkness and evil. So all these entities should affect these people, right? They do all these pornography, or they do sexual programming. So when they are even zapping my vagina, or they are sexually seducing me, they are the ones who are doing it. And so and who knows, you know, they'll be sleeping with each other all day, every day. I don't know, but we know that is what's going on in Hollywood and Bollywood. So if that is what's going on, and they're having their orgy parties with, you know, presidents and all these elite people around that Dr. Thomas Horn has already exposed, and they're having if they are the pedophiles, and they're having all these children come in White House during Ronald Reagan time and God knows what else. So if these people are filled with all these dark energies, then these entities should go and bother them. But see, this is not a natural thing. It's a pure witchcraft. These people picked on me for either I'm a starseed, or I'm a chosen one, I'm a targeted individual, and I'm the source energy, and I have all the light, and I'm the pure soul, and the Lucifer has some kind of problem with me, or I'm filled with Jesus Christ bloodline, or whatever it is. So they picked me, and so this is nothing but pure witchcraft. This has nothing to do with any of this. And this guy himself says that a lot of it that I'm writing, not everything is true. So you take what resonates and trash out the rest. Okay, he himself says. So I know that if this was the case, then 80-90% of the population out there should be, going through all these witchcraft thing. The negative entity should be harassing these people, but no, they are not. Why? Because the witchcraft is not done on them. But this guy will not tell you all this. Unlike the non-physical astral realm of the OEs, the meta-reality inhabited by aliens called fourth density appears to be more vibrant and pliable state of physicality and degrees of freedom unfamiliar to us. Okay, let's go back to his website. Okay. Now, this guy wants to compare between aliens and occult entities. So right here, he's drawing a line between aliens and occult entities. And to read this thing would be like just wasting my time, because there is no difference, Let's see what he says. Out of necessity, aliens are much better versed in physical sciences and engineering than these OEs, meaning these and negative entities or demons, jinn, whoever. Unlike OEs, they possess real knowledge and equipment that can be shared with select human groups. For instance, the Astros, celestial weapons of Hindu mythology, and Ark of the Covenant in Judaic mythology, trace back to times when alien groups gave their human proxies certain extraterrestrial artifacts to help them carry out their missions. So what, now these people are saying that they're aliens? Are they in touch with some Hindu gods and some, Judaic gods or whoever? Now, are they in touch with all these gods? In our mythology, they don't say that, they're going to show up. So how are they contacting these so-called gods who are giving them all this so-called technology? You see, they are literally saying that, oh, we are in touch with gods. No, you're not. You're touching just these OEs via witchcraft that Billy Crone pastor has already exposed, that you have 300 witches. Witches are summoning gods? That's what you're telling me? No. You are, and this is what anybody can see the movie Ant-Man, the recent movie that just came out this February 2023. And they are showing the CIA and Hollywood, they work together, and they show that, oh, here is our Lucifer, and he's the Akka, he's the dawn of this underworld or of this hell or whatever. And he's the one who has all the knowledge, and he's the one who is giving all this knowledge. He has built the empire. He has all this technology. Okay. So this guy is making fool out of somebody right here. But let's see. Aliens, by comparison, can do all this and also shut down car engines, stop video and audio recorders, deactivate nuclear missiles. Their ships can show. Now, this is what I've been saying. They burst out my light bulbs. They have messed with my my security alarm for dictation purpose. Like I said so many times, they have shut down my car, and this is exactly what I've been saying, that all this is done by witchcraft. This has nothing to do with aliens.